Wesley Tunn helps Essex to 550. An Alistair Cook 100 was the highlight of a patient day's batting for Essex. Decent knocks at the top of the order saw the champions to 266 for 2 at the start of the second day. Lawrence freed his arms early on, boundaries found and then cleared. He played his way to 50 before long. A delicate single off D'Oliveira sufficient to take the England international to the mark and took the score over to 300. It was déjà vu for the pairs. They were still struggling to make breakthroughs in the Essex lineup, and Wesley took advantage. The skipper ticked over to 100 midway through the session, the captain's knock, another patient one, coming off 236 balls. But a rush of blood to the head saw Wesley ditch that approach. A big slog sweep was top edge to the keeper. Jake Libby's first delivery of the day brought him a wicket. The innings ended on 113. Walter stuck with Lawrence. He was now in the 80s, and the pair played their way through to a well-earned break. The score at lunch, 368 for 3. Lawrence wouldn't be able to make it to triple figures. Worcestershire had him out LBW thanks to Pennington, 90 runs added by the number 4. That didn't stop Essex though. They kept going, Walter now with Tendescata, and the score ticked over to 400. Walter had some fun. D'Oliveira got the treatment to go soaring over the ropes. But then it was Morris's turn. His short ball was dispatched for 6 as the pair played their way to a 50 partnership. A less extravagant shot off Libby had him emulating so many of his colleagues. 50 runs scored and his side rampant as they pushed past 450. He wouldn't be able to build on it though. Out at the hands of Mitchell, caught by Fell. Tendescata wasn't far behind. He became the first Essex man since Brown's departure on day 1 not to reach 50, out LBW for 41. They'd get to tea a few overs later, the score 478 for 6, and Wesley surely had designs on a declaration, sooner rather than later. Perhaps his mind had been made up. 500 runs was ticked over at the resumption, and a more aggressive approach came at a cost. Wheater was looking for 6 off D'Oliveira, but he didn't get anything on it, bowled for 23. Harmer was in no mood to occupy the crease. He showed invention and some impeccable timing to quickly rack up even more runs. D'Oliveira got another one to keep low to remove Snater, out for 1. Siddle then took a leaf out of his partner's book. Libby sent flying over the ropes. Harmer had the hammer down. Another 6 took the total to 550. And then his 4th of the innings took him to a quick fire half-century, scored off just 47 balls. The expected declaration came soon after, the score 561, Essex had filled their boots, and now it was over to the hosts. 5 batters had found their way to at least 50, Cook and Wesley converted that into tons, and Worcestershire had been blasted to all parts. The pairs would take heart though, New Road had played hosts to some real run-fests already this summer. Libby and Mitchell had a long road ahead, and they got off to a solid start, slow and steady at the top to inch their way towards 50. They'd reached the close unbeaten, the score 37 for none, but there was a mountain still to climb for the hosts.